An exhibit of miniature designs and set pieces just opened at the Mini Time Machine Museum in Tucson. Highlights of the exhibit include intricate concept designs and miniature sets from the Broadway productions of Hamilton and Beetlejuice. Billy Russo, he's the executive director of the Mini Time Machine Museum, and he joins us now. Thanks for joining us. Good to meet you.
I'm very glad to be here.
This is really the Mini Time Machine Museum of Miniatures.
It's a mouthful.
It's a mouthful. What's it all about?
It's a museum that was founded by a private collector who just had a fascination and a passion for miniatures, and her private collection spawned this 14,000 square foot museum that we now invite many other artists in to exhibit their work.
So these are miniature houses and miniature rooms?
Yeah, dollhouses, dioramas, room boxes. We've got a whole enchanted realm which is full of fairies and goblins and ghouls and
I'm sure. And this new exhibit, Broadway designs of David Korins. Who is David Korins?
David Korins is one of the most visionary set designers on Broadway. He did Hamilton, Beetlejuice, Tommy, Here Lies Love, but he's also done the Van Gogh immersive exhibit. He's done the Oscars twice. He's done Lady Gaga concerts. So he's got a major presence in the creative design world. But
you don't have a mini Gaga there, do you?
No, not yet.
No mini Gaga.
Not
okay,
yet.
So he mentioned Hamilton and Beetlejuice. I think we have a shot here of Hamilton. Again, these are miniatures of goodness gracious. There they are.
This is what informed the set design. What you see on stage, this all was developed before they even went into rehearsals.
Oh my goodness. And how are these things created? What are they made of? I mean,
mostly at the beginning, it starts with cardboard. They just do white models, and then they start to add texture. And everything in them, they'll do balsa wood, anything that they can create as much of what it really will look like.
Yeah.
And when you see that,
yeah.
And what we have is that model is inside the set walls built by the production company that builds the full-size set. So you can actually, it's meta. They're inside the real walls that they informed how those walls are built.
Wow. And I think we also have something from Beetlejuice, too, because, and there's your ghouls and your goblins and the whole 9 yards. But still, I mean, Beetlejuice, look at this. This is the play. This is what Broadway's.
Yes. And that's the model.
That's the model. That's amazing. I mean, are there people who, I mean, this is what they do with their lives. They put these little things together.
And there's there's a lot of people who recreate what they see on stage as a model, but these models are the tools that develop the visual vocabulary and the production design. These are made in that process. So what the exhibit does is follow the process and the miniatures role in that process of how do you create this big world? You've got to start small so you can control it.
Yeah, and there are Korins fans out there. They make their own little things?
Yes, and we did a call to artists, and we've got 23 pieces that were made by fans and just ardent admirers of his work, and they reinterpret it. And we've got, within this exhibit of his work, there's a big case that is filled with their work.
Now, what is his response has been what? Come down there and do a residency?
Mm-hmm. No, he came and he was here for the load-in took 3 weeks to put that into our space. He was here for 12 days of that, and we did discussions, and he did a talk with students, and we had a dinner where people could get. I wanted to make artists part of the culture and for our visitors to know the artist as well as their work.
But what was his response? Is he used to this kind of thing?
Oh, well, he's used to it at a much bigger scale. I worked with David. I came from the theater in New York. I worked off Broadway with him 20 years ago.
Wow.
And when I got this job at the Mini Time Machine, I called him up and I said, what do you think of a retrospective on your work? And he said yes. So it's really humbling, but it's exciting to let people into that process of what does it take to do this.
Yeah, what does it take to do this? And by the way, here's what it looks like, and it looks pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
Yeah.
It really is. I have to admit, I look at it and I'm like, I can't believe I got this to Tucson and to be part of Arizona. So
where can people get more? This runs through May now, correct?
Yes.
Where can get more information on this?
theminitimemachine.org.
Minitimemachine.org. Well, it's a great release from all the political tumult these days, I tell you.
know. I was listening to that there, and I was like, I just do little tiny things.
You want to crawl into one of those houses. Billy Russo, again, Mini Time Machine Museum, and the David Corns exhibit runs through May. Congratulations. This is great stuff. Good,
Thank you
good
so
for
much.
you.